So what is going on, guys, and welcome back. So today is the beginning of England's 2018 World Cup. It is England versus Tunisia. What a game it is. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I can't wait to get into this game. Watching all the other teams play, like Argentina, Brazil, Portugal, Spain, watching all those teams, I just want to get watching England now. Like, I'm so fired up to get behind the nation. I can't wait. To be honest with you, I really wish I was at the game, but I can't, obviously. But I'm going to record my reactions, you know, talk about the game, talk about the result when we get it, and hopefully, England can have a good start. But for me, this has been an outstanding World Cup so far. There's already been some massive upsets with the likes of Brazil, Argentina, Portugal, Spain, all these teams that are supposedly favourite to go out there and possibly could win the tournament, have actually gone ahead and dropped points. It's just brilliant. And I'm hoping that we don't do that today, because we have got a great chance of winning. If we can get off to a good start to this World Cup, get the momentum going, get the boys fired up, you know, get out of this group stage and get into the finals, would be absolutely outstanding. So I'm hoping that England have a, you know, a comfortable win against Tunisia. Probably won't be, but, you know, gotta hope. I'm going to say a 2-0 to England. I'm going to try and be hopeful. You know, I want to go with my heart here. Come on, England, do not let us down. We'll all watch you. The whole country is behind you. Please, please, please. England playing with 3-5-2. I'm really surprised Pickford's the one in goal. I would have thought they might have put Butland in maybe, but then again, it wasn't a bad shout. You've got Harry Kane up front who's the captain. We've got a lot going forward. Really, we should win this on paper comfortably, but you never know, do you? There's been so many cup upsets, so we'll see. I'm still going to stick with 2-0 England. I'm gonna, you know, be confident, you know. Harry Kane, 1-0, brilliant. Finally. To be fair, it's becoming the amount of chances we've had, we just have not put anything in the net. It's been coming. I was just hoping we can get more goals. Like, the way it's been going, the more goals we get, the more confidence it'll do going into the next game. I cannot believe they've got a penalty. This is so... Can we look at VAR, please? Like, yeah, you can't. I think that's a pen.
Mate, if someone did that to me, I'm nothing.
That's going in the video, by the way. That's going in. I'm putting that in. I don't care. Come on, save it, save it, save it. Yo! No! Oh God, no! 1-0. I don't know what Kyle Walker was thinking, to be honest with you. What was he thinking? You can't do that in a in the World Cup. No. Elbowing a player in the face, like I just don't It's so frustrating. Alright, half time, 1-1, very disappointing first half, to be honest with you. We shouldn't be drawing with this side, to be honest with you. The amount of chances we've had and we've just not put away is unbelievable. I think Sterling should have put one away. I think Lingard should have put one away. I think Trippier's having a really good game. The runs he's making, the balls he's producing is really good. We just are lacking that clinical finish, and they've got back into the game because of it. It is so frustrating, though. I'd say bring on Rashford and take off someone. Who should we take off, guys? Take off Sterling. Yeah. Sterling. Yeah, take off Sterling for Rashford. I think I agree with that. But yeah, I'm just praying, because Belgium won 3-0 comfortably against Panama today. We need to get 3 points desperately. So come on, England, try and not let us down in the second half. Well, 68 minute nearly, and they're finally bringing on Rashford for Sterling. It's about time. Sterling's been poor. Come on, you need a goal from a free kick. 4 minutes out of time. Come on.
Go on.
Finish that! Harry Kane! Yes! Yes! Come on! Come on!
And the death! Oh, yeah.
The drama is real. Harry Kane comes and saves us. There was no one on him. There was no. Yeah, there was no one on Kane there.
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
yeah, no one was marking Kane there at all, and it was easy for him to put that away.
How can Tunisia do that?
Yeah, I know, a lethal striker like that. 2-1 full time, mad game. Made really hard work, but thank God we got the 3 points in the end. Harry Kane come to save the day, and the Tunisian players are absolutely just deflated. I think they just can't believe it. So late on we got that goal. But when you give Harry Kane that much space, he's going to do that to you. Alright guys, so I've, you know, game's done now. It was England 2, Tunisia 1. I thought before, you know, I go into this, I kind of had a little look back at the whole game. Let's go through the positives first. So I think it was absolutely fantastic. We had a really good start to the game. We looked really dominant. We had a lot of good chances. We looked like we were really pressing them, really putting them on the edge of their game. You know, it looked all good. Harry Kane with a good goal. I thought it was great that we went 1-0 up when we did. We then gave away a penalty, which for me, I thought it was a penalty at the point. I didn't deny it. I was convinced it was, with Kyle Walker giving away the penalty, and then they scored it evidently. I think Pickford was actually quite unlucky to not save that. The way he went the right way. I think he even got a touch to it, but there was too much power on the shot, and he was going. It was such a good penalty and really directed into the bottom left corner. But how fantastic was it that Harry Kane in the 91st minute to get the winner of the game. There's something great about Harry Kane because I always feel like he's in the right place at the right time to get the goal, and I think that was the same with both the goals. Right place, right time, and because of that, we were able to go ahead and win that game, and I think a player like him could be massive for England in this tournament. But going on to the negatives now. I can't take anything away from England. I think it was great character to fight to the last minute of the game. However, what I've got to say is, so put it this way, England's squad, it says here, is worth £874 million compared to Tunisia's 52.99 million. Now, it concerns me in this case because we should have put them away in the first half. In the first 10 minutes, I honestly believe we should have been about 2 or 3-0 up. With Sterling missing chances, Lindegaard missing chances, it just wasn't good enough. And I felt as well they weren't quite getting the ball to Harry Kane. Big up to Kieran Trippier for a player that is, for me, a little bit underrated at times in the Premier League. I think he actually had not a bad game when it came to the distribution of the ball. I think he was making really good runs, and supplying to Harry Kane as well wasn't too bad. This isn't around about England necessarily, this part, but what does frustrate me is the fact that the VAR system has been brought into this World Cup. It should stop any confusion with any big decisions, goals, offsides, and every single game of the World Cup should be fair because of this VAR system. And it's, for me, so far in this World Cup, and this isn't just the England game, but for me in this game as England fans, I felt the VAR let us down in some ways. There was an instant with Harry Kane in the second half where the defender was all over Harry, pulled him down, but no penalty was given. The VAR should have immediately been pulled back and reviewed it, and it should have been a penalty to England, which could have put us 2-1 up earlier on in the second half. However, this wasn't to be, and to be fair, this isn't the only game the VAR has let the game down. For me, it just comes out to me and says, what is the point in having a VAR system if the referees are not going to use it? I can't quite grasp what's there to achieve out of it. Like, you know, it's there, use it. It literally takes about 10 seconds to look back at a clip and be able to tell you that was a penalty, that wasn't, this was offside, no goal. Do you know what I mean? I don't get what is the point in having that system in if it's not going to be used. It's such a great thing. And the referees seem to be lacking using it. I know to be fair though, in all fairness, it is a new system, and I know, you know, the referees have got to adjust to it and they've got to be able to use it at the right time and do it appropriately. I do understand that completely, but I just think some of the referees in certain games have really screwed up. Where do we go from here? So I'm really happy that England got 3 points, and thank God we really needed them. We have to be winning games like this if we're going to proceed out of the group stages. Our next game is Panama on Sunday. We have got to take our chances. I think Sterling shouldn't start the next game. I think Rashford should. When Rashford and Ruben Loftus-Cheek got subbed on, I think it really changed the game going forward. Got a bit more pace, momentum in the side, and we were creating a few more chances. But lack of clinical finishing can come back to bite us, and I think today we got let off lightly. I think if Harry Kane wasn't around, I think we would have drawn that game, and it would have made the Panama game really, really hard to go into, a lot of pressure. But now we've got these 3 points. I'd say 1 more point and we'll be through. We need 4 points to get through, I think, in my opinion. We get a point, I think we're through, and I think that'll be it. But yeah, but preferably I'd like to win that game, and I think we can do it. There's no reason why England can't win it, and I'm gonna try and be confident when it comes to the point. Anyways, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, drop a like on it, comment below and tell me your opinions on the VAR and the England game. I'd love to hear it, because I'm really curious to see what other fans out there, not even if you're not English, whatever nationality you are, I'd love to hear your opinions on the VAR system. Do you think it's not being used effectively? Because personally, I don't. I think it needs to be used more in these games, especially when it comes to big decisions. When we are coming up to the World Cup finals, big decisions need to be looked at, because it can seriously affect the whole game. And finally, guys, if you haven't already, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you soon. Come on, England. Fantastic start, and let's keep this momentum going. Come on.